Hello, my dear students. How are you all? This is again Zeba Anjum, your computer science teacher, with lecture number 16 of Computer Applications with BlueJ Class 10th. So, my dear students, today in this video, we are going to start our unit number 8, that is your iterative constructs in Java. Basically, today we are going to discuss some of the portion of the unit. Okay, from the scratch we are going to see what are loops and all those things. So please let us move forward. So see here are the contents. Firstly, we will learn about the loops. What exactly are loops? Basically, what are your iterative constructs? And then we'll jump on directly to the types of loop that are your firstly entry control loop. In entry control loop, we'll see what are for loops as well as your while loop with their syntaxes as well as with some examples. Okay, and then we'll see about exit control loop. Okay, and in that category only one loop lies, that is your do while loop. Okay, so without wasting any more time, let us directly jump into our first context, that is your loop. So my dear students, basically when you repeat a certain process again and again, okay, then only you need what? You need looping. Yes, am I right? If you are going to iterate something, if you are going to execute one thing again and again, okay, then this condition is basically what? You're looping. Making a circular path is basically what? You're looping, or you can say iteration. Now the question arises that why do we need this basically loops? Okay, this is the question. Now let us take an example that we are having these lines of code. We are having system.out.println hello, then some lines of code and then word. Now let us assume that I told you to write down these lines of code, or you have to print it out hello world like this 10 times, or you can say 100 times. Then what you are supposed to do? You are supposed to write down all these lines again and again. If I tell you to write down the 5 times, then you will be writing all these bunch of codes 5 times, but that should not be done. Yes, आपका प्रोग्राम क्या होना चाहिए? ये प्रोग्राम आपका उसकी लाइंस बहुत ज़्यादा कम होनी चाहिए. That should not be a bigger one. Okay, so for that kind of purpose, when we want to iterate our certain set of statements again and again, then basically we need basically our what? Our loops. Okay, so आपकी कुछ statements हैं and you want these statements to execute again and again and again depending upon some conditions, then basically this is what your loop. Okay, that is why we need our loop. We need three things for loop. Firstly, the starting position. The starting position कि आपका लूप कहाँ से स्टार्ट होना है. ओके, द सेकेंड वन कंडीशन, और यू कैन सी एंडिंग पॉइंट कि आपका लूप कहाँ तक एग्जीक्यूट होना है. एंड देन द थर्ड वन दैट इज बेसिकली व्हाट योर अपडेशन. ओके, कि चीज़ आपकी कैसे अपडेट हो रही है. और यू कैन से इफ़ यू अंडरस्टैंड इन मोर बेसिक टर्म, इट मीन्स कि आपको लूपिंग कहाँ से स्टार्ट करनी है. ओके, आपको लूपिंग कहाँ तक लेकर जानी है एंड आपको यहाँ से कितने स्टेप्स लेने हैं कि आप अपने फाइनल स्टेटमेंट पर पहुँच जाएं. ओके, लाइकवाइज इफ़ आई से कि आपको ये पूरे सेट ऑफ कोड आपको 5 टाइम्स एग्जीक्यूट करने हैं, देन द इनिशियल पोजिशन दैट यू विल बी स्टार्टिंग इज व्हाट? बेसिकली 1. The ending point means 5. So from 1 to 5 you have to jump and you have to take every step with plus 1, plus 1, plus 1, plus 1. So basically this is your initial point, this is your test condition, or you can say ending point, and these basically the middle position. This is basically what your updation, that in every step how many steps you are moving either forward or backward, ये आपका होता है updation. So basically when we study about loop, then we will keep these things in our mind, these three things: the initial point, the ending point, as well as our updation point. Okay, I think I'm clear regarding these. Now my dear students, regarding the categories, see over here we are having this basically chart. Yes, loops are divided into entry control loop as well as exit control loop. Now on what basis these loops are being categorized? No, we have studied that in loops, for basically for the efficient working of loops we need three things. Firstly, initialization. The second thing, our condition, it means ending point, and the third one basically our updation. So students, regarding our this middle point, this condition, अगर आपकी condition starting में check हो रही है, okay, then this is basically what your entry control loop. And if this condition is being checked at the ending position, then that is your what, exit control loop. In entry control loop आपके दो loops आते हैं, basically those are your for loop as well as while loop. But in exit control loop only one loop lies, that is your do while loop. Okay, so now let us continue our lecture with this entry control loop. Okay, so over here, see students, we are having a basically flow chart. Now again I'm telling you, if you need to write down this chart in your copy, you can note it down, no problem, but that chart is not exactly a mandatory thing. Okay, it will, I don't think that it will come in your exam. It is not important for your exam kind of purpose, but if you want, you can note it down in your copy. Okay, so see over here, firstly the entry is here, then firstly your condition is being checked over here. Yes, at the entry, at the very entry, you are having what, the condition is being checked at the very first. Then if true, then your body of the loop will be executed. If not, then this loop will get exit. ओके, आपका टेस्ट कंडीशन स्टार्टिंग में होती है इसमें. so that is why that is basically what your entry control loop, and this body of the loop will continue to execute until and unless your test condition is true. जैसे ही आपकी टेस्ट कंडीशन फॉल्स होती है, this statement will take you out of the loop. Okay, now the first kind of loop that we are going to study over here is what, for loop, and the second kind of is what, is while loop. Now let us see some basic view of these loops. Now see over here, the for loop, basically this is your syntax. Okay, the first one is basically your initialization, the second one test condition, and the third one is basically what, your updation. Now my dear students, please make a note over here that in for, everything you have to write down in a single line. Differentiate these things with the help of these semicolon. Okay, you have to write down these semicolon for the purpose of differentiating between your initialization, test condition, and updation. Okay, and within these brackets you will be writing what, statements. Now this is basically the statement, or you can say this is basically the syntax for your for loop. Now regarding your while loop, you are having the initialization at the very first position. Afterwards you will be writing while, then test condition in bracket, and then what, statement, and at the very last updation. So you are seeing only three things at the very main. Yes, the first one initialization, then test condition, then your updation. And now in these two, basically entry control loop, what you have seen, that your that basically your test condition is being checked at the very beginning. Yes, if your test condition is true, then only these statement will be executed. If this test condition is false, then this statement will not be executed. Okay, so at the entry we are checking our condition, so that is why these two loops comes under this category, your entry control loop. Okay, I think this point is clear. Now moving forward with your for loop. Okay, so the first kind of loop that we are going to study today is what, basically your for loop. Now see over here, a very popular syntax. Yes, you have to keep this syntax in mind. Please make a note that आपको ये syntax हमेशा से ध्यान होना चाहिए, whether you are learning this computer science in 10th or whether you go and opted for 11th and 12th. Okay, so ये for loop का आपको हमेशा से ध्यान होना चाहिए. Now let us have a clear vision कि आपका जो ये for loop होता है, that how exactly it works. Now see my dear students, regarding this initialization, it means you are giving the initial value to your variable. Okay, the initial variable, or you can say the starting point, is basically your initialization. The test condition, every time you are going to test the condition whether your condition is true or your condition is false. Okay, so up till whenever condition will be true, these statements will get executed. So this is basically your ending portion. Yes, ending point. Now this updation, that how many steps we have to take from starting position to move towards your ending position. Okay, I hope you are getting my point. स्टार्टिंग पोजीशन यहाँ पर है, एंडिंग पोजीशन यहाँ पर है, एंड एवरी टाइम दिस अपडेशन इज गोइंग टू गिव यू व्हाट, दिस small steps that how you are going to achieve your test condition. Okay, now firstly what will happen when your compiler find out that you have written this for loop, then firstly this initialization will take place. Okay, your value will get initialized. Then afterwards what happened, then afterwards your test condition will be checked. Okay, whether your condition is true or false. And then afterwards, without updating, without this updation, without this third part, directly if this condition is true, then these statements will get executed. Okay, so this is basically the step number 3. Getting the point? Firstly initialization, secondly test condition, the third one your statements will get executed, and after your statements get executed, then you will be getting what? Updation. So this updation is basically your fourth step. Okay, so firstly initialization, then test condition, then your statements, then your updation, and again this circle continues, this test condition, and then this circle basically continues, this one, this updation, then test condition, then statement, then updation, then again it continues on and on and on until your test condition becomes false. Okay, getting the point? Now again students, listen over here, that firstly you will be getting your value initialized, the second one test condition will be checked. Okay, if true, then your statements will get executed. Yes, then afterwards this updation will take place, then again this test condition will be checked. If true, then again this will happen, then again this will happen, and this cycle continues until आपकी टेस्ट कंडीशन ट्रू होती है. एंड एज सुन एज योर टेस्ट कंडीशन बिकम्स फॉल्स, देन आपका फॉर लूप इस ब्रैकेट से बाहर आ जाता है. ओके, आई थिंक दैट दिस वर्किंग इज वेरी simple and you are able to get it. Okay, so now let us see what are the examples. The first one, see over here, that int I equals to 1. Yes, this I equals to 1 is basically what? Your initialization process. Now see this test condition, I less than equal to 5. This loop will continue until the value of I is either less than or equal to 5. Then you will be getting what? I plus plus. Yes, and this hello world. Now see my dear students, that how you are going to get the output. Firstly you will be getting this value initialized, that is I equals to, the value of I is here, and you will be getting output over here. Okay, the value of I is 1. Yes, the condition, that is 1 less than equal to 5, condition is true, so these statements will get executed. It means you will be getting what? Hello Java for now. Yes, this I plus plus will get executed, the value of I will increase. Yes, it becomes 2. Now it will check whether 2 less than equal to 5, the condition is again true, then again second time your hello Java will be printed. Again for 3, this condition will be checked, 3 less than equal to 5, again the condition is true, and hello Java will again be printed over there. Now for the condition 4, again the same thing happened, for condition number 5 again the same thing happened. Okay, but after the fifth one, when this I plus plus executed, then the value of I becomes what? 6. And now the test condition will be checked, that whether your 6 is less than equal to 5 or not. The condition is false. Yes, now it will come out of the loop. So 5 times you will be getting this hello Java on the screen. Okay, so now see the second example, this one. Now see my dear students, over here in the first example we are printing what? Only the constant part, but now over here we are going to print what? The constant as well as your variable portion. So let us see how this value is going to be executed over there. Now the value of I is basically 1 at the very initial. Yes, the value of I is 1. Over here we are getting what? The output. Yes, now the condition will be checked, when less than equal to 5, condition is true, then what we will be getting the output? Statement executed, then plus 1, the value of I is 1 time. Okay, now for the value I equals to 2, then again the value will be checked, then you will be getting statement executed 2 times. Then for 3 you will be getting a statement executed 3 times. Okay, and it will continue till 5, the statement executed 5 times. Now after the fifth one, when this I plus plus occurs and the value of I becomes 6, then the condition will be checked, 6 less than equal to 5, the condition becomes false, so this loops terminate and you will be coming out of the loop. Okay, so 5 times you will be getting again this output. Now moving forward with our second entry control loop, that is basically what? Your while loop. Okay, now see the syntax over here. Students, firstly we are having what? Firstly we are having the initialization phase, then in while we are going to write down our test condition, then our statements, and then our updation. Please keep in mind the syntax every time you do the coding part. Okay, firstly over here we are going to see what our initialization, then with the file we are having our test condition, and then statements, and then at the last we are having what? Our updation portion. Okay, so firstly this initialization will take place, then your test condition will be checked. If the test condition is true, then the statement will get executed, and then the value get updated. And again, yes, what happened again, the fifth part, your test condition will be checked. If true, then again the circle repeats again and again, and when your test condition is false, then the loop will come you take you out of this thing. Okay, now please remember one thing, that within these curly brackets you will be writing, if you are writing multiple statements, that it is mandatory to write down these curly brackets, and if you are writing only one statement over there, then you can skip this thing out. Okay, so it depends on you basically. Now see the examples over here. The first one, int I equals to 1, so the value of I will get initialized at the very first position. Yes, the value will be checked, I less than equals to 5. Okay, it means 1 less than equal to 5 condition is true, then your statement will get executed. It means you will be getting this hello java on the screen. Now again this I plus plus will be encountered, and the value of I becomes 2. Now again the condition will be checked, that is 2 less than equal to 5, condition again becomes true, then hello java will again be printed on the screen, and this continues to do so until your value becomes 5, and the 5 times you will be getting hello java on the screen. When I plus plus again encountered, then your value becomes what? 6. Now the condition will be checked, that is 6 less than equal to 5, condition is false, so you will be coming out of the loop. Okay, I hope this thing is clear. The working is near about the same as we have learned in our for loop. Yes, so the 5 times it is going to print out your hello java on the screen. Now see one more example, the same one that we have learned over there in our for loop. See over here, the firstly the value will get initialized, the value of I was 1. Now again the condition will be checked, that is 1 less than equal to 5, condition is true, then this statement will get executed, and all these things will be printed first time. Okay, I plus plus will be encountered, and the value of I becomes 2 over here. Yes, again the value will be checked, 2 less than equals to 5, again the condition is true, the whole thing will be printed again. This will be continued until your value becomes 5. Okay, so 5 times it got printed on the screen, and when the value of I again incremented and the value of I becomes 6, then your condition will be checked, that is whether 6 is less than equals to 5 or not. If yes, obviously the condition is false, so obviously the condition will be false, so this thing will take you out of the loop. Okay, so all these things, these 5 things you will be getting as an output over here. Yes, I think the working is quite clear. Now see students, this example is basically from your book. You are having what? Int p equals to 1000, and r we are having 10, and we are having a condition over here. Yes, p less than equals to 10,000, and this formula over there, again this incrementing, and please add on at the very last system out print ln. At the last we are going to write down what? Print ln. Let us print it out si on the screen at the last. Okay, so now let us try to execute this code. We are having what? P equals to 1000. Yes, and we are having r equals to 10. Now for the first thing, that is 1000 is less than equals to 10,000, the condition is true. Okay, now for si, the value of si becomes what? P into r divided by 100. Basically the formula of simple interest, we will be getting 1000 multiplied by 10 divided by 100. You will be getting what? 100 as an answer. So for now we are having the value of si, that is 100. Okay, now principal will be increased. Yes, p equals to p plus si. Now again you will be getting what? 1000 plus si, that is your 100. So you will be getting 1100 as an answer up till now. Now again after this, your while will condition will again be executed. Yes, now again this condition will be checked whether this P is less than equals to 10,000 or not, and yet the value of P is what, 1100. Obviously the condition is true. Then again this SI will be calculated, and again this principal will be calculated, and again this condition will be checked again and again and again. Okay, आपकी condition बार बार check होगी, and at the very last when your principal becomes greater than this 10,000, then you will be coming out of the loop, and this system.out.println si will be going to be executed. Okay, and the last value of si is going to be printed over here. Yes, now you take a pen, you take a copy, you write down this code over, basically this code you write down, yes, in your copy, and you try to execute it. Add one more line, that is system.out.println si at the very last. Okay, and in the comment section below give me the output, that what is the last value of si that you are going to get. Okay, and what is the last value of principal that you are getting over there. In the comment section below you have to give me the answer. Okay, write down the code, try to execute this code. In case you are feeling any difficulty, then again let me know in the comment section below. Okay, moving forward, we are having our exit control loop. Now let us see the flow chart firstly. Now students, do you see over here directly what we are doing? Directly this, we are having this entry and we are having the body of the loop. Okay, so firstly the body of the loop will get executed, and then afterwards your condition will be checked. Okay, in entry control loop what we are having, firstly if you are entering like this, then this is your test condition. If true, then your condition will be checked, and if false, then you will be coming out of the loop. Yes, this was from our entry control loop. And from our exit control loop, firstly we are having the body of the loop, then at the last we are having the test condition. If false, then it will come out of the loop. If true, then again the body of the loop will execute it. Now my dear students, the very popular question that comes amongst these are that what is the basic difference between your exit control loop as well as your entry control loop. Yes, the first difference is that the test condition in exit control loop is at the last, and the test condition in entry control loop is at the very beginning. Okay, and the second difference, that is again the very important one, is that if the condition is false in entry control loop, in entry control loop, if the condition is false, then this body will not be executed even one time. Okay, but in exit control loop, if the condition is false, then at least one time your body of the loop will get executed. Yes, अगेन इफ आई से आपका एंट्री कंट्रोल लूप में अगर आपका कंडीशन फॉल्स होता है, देन आपका एक बार भी बॉडी ऑफ द लूप एग्जीक्यूट नहीं होता है. बट इन एग्जिट कंट्रोल लूप अगर आपका टेस्ट कंडीशन फॉल्स भी होता है, देन एटलीस्ट वन टाइम आपका बॉडी ऑफ द लूप एग्जीक्यूट हो जाता है. दैट इज़ द मोस्ट पॉपुलर डिफरेंस बिटवीन दोज टू. ओके, now see, do while loop we are going to see over here. Please see the syntax. So firstly we are going to see what, firstly we are having our initialization portion, then simply we are going to write down this do, then bracket, and within those bracket we are writing firstly the statements, then your updation portion. Okay, and at the very last we are going to check our test condition. Now my dear students, please make a note over there that in while loop, only in while loop we are writing out this semicolon afterwards. Okay, not in for, not in while, not in any if, not in any switch. in in either of the construct, in either of the loop, we are not using the semicolon afterwards, but only the while loop, सॉरी दिस डू वाइल लूप. आफ्टर दिस डू वाइल लूप के आपका जो लास्ट वाइल पोर्शन होता है, इसके एंडिंग में हम लोग सेमीकोलन यूज़ करते हैं. ओके, प्लीज़ मेक इट अ नोट दैट आप ये वाली मिस्टेक आप लैब में करते हो एंड देन आपका जो प्रोग्राम है वो रन नहीं होता है, देन यू विल बी गेटिंग सर्टेन प्रॉब्लम्स रिगार्डिंग दैट. ओके, सो प्लीज़ मेक अ नोट ओवर देयर. नाउ सी स्टूडेंट्स, वन एग्जाम्पल वी आर हैविंग again the same example that we have seen over there also. Yes, you will be having some kind of principal, some rate you are having, and yes, simple interest you are trying to calculate over there, and the condition is what, p less than equals to 10,000. Okay, so either you do it this way or you do it in while loop. Okay, you have to give me the answer, that is system.out.println the value of si. You have to give me in the comment section below. Okay, and it would be better if you give me the value of p also, but this si value is mandatory. Everybody have to do this question and everybody have to answer me. Okay, Now let us stop our video up till now. So in the next video we are going to cover over some more topics of the same unit, that is iterative constructs in Java. We are going to see your break and continue statements. We are going to see in depth basically that how they are going to be used in certain loops. Okay, we are going to see the interconversion of loop. Now this question will, I think that this is very important for your exam kind of purpose. It means conversion of one loop into another loop. It means for loop convert into while loop convert into do while loop convert into for loop, and so on. So such kind of conversions we are going to see in the next video. Okay, and then afterwards we will see some sample programs also. In between we'll also see some important terms regarding these loops, basically what are your nested loop or what are your null loops. These kind of things also we'll see in our next video. So till then, please, if you are having any doubt, then let me know in the comment section. And yes, I have given you that question. Please find out the output as soon as possible and give me the answer. Okay, and again, if you are having any difficulty, please let me know. And regarding the previous 7 units, please complete your answer in your copy. Please try to do that revision test that I have given you. Okay, please be focused. So till now, stay safe and keep coding. Thank you so much.